Partnerships, community, podcast, friends presented by ButcherBox, Happy Tuesday, Future Party. If you spent any part of the 90s mashing buttons through the Sega classic streets of rage, do we have some news for you? The side scrolling brawler is finally headed to the big screen after years in development, with Jamie Samuel directing and the writers behind the Sonic movies penning the script. Turns out one of the safest bets in Hollywood right now is whatever you were playing in middle school. Daily Top Trends YouTube, the end of Oak Street X, Twitter, Andrew left Google, Miles Garrett Reddit, Zoran Mamdani, Letterboxd, Apex Spotify, Hate That I Made You Love Me, Anthropic Jumps. The IPO line Anthropic confidentially filed to go public on Monday, getting in line ahead of OpenAI. In a race this big, nobody wants to fall behind. Why it hits. When two rivals are racing to go public, the company that lists first often captures much of the available capital before the other even rings the bell. So, Anthropic moved early. Reading the tape. While the company may not have needed to file so quickly, it did anyway, and the reasons stack up. Anthropic was founded in 2021 by Dario Amodei and a group of researchers who left OpenAI over differences in vision, so beating their former employer to Wall Street carries a little extra weight. The company is also on an absolute tear. Just days before filing, it raised another $65 billion, pushing its valuation to a staggering $965 billion, and making Anthropic the world's most valuable AI startup for the first time. History suggests the rush may be worth it. When Uber and Lyft raced to go public in 2019, Lyft filed first and initially held up better, while Uber closed its first day of trading well below its offer price. With SpaceX expected to list later this month and OpenAI reportedly only weeks away from filing, Anthropic wasn't going to wait. Follow the money. Racing jargon aside, an IPO is essentially a fundraiser. Amodei says Anthropic is seeing unprecedented demand, and meeting it requires staggering amounts of computing power from companies like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. That money has to come from somewhere, and Wall Street happens to have plenty of it. The catch is that taking the cash also means opening the books. For all the buzz around Claude, nobody outside the company knows whether Anthropic is actually profitable. Per the NYT, its run rate hit $47 billion in May, but how much of that makes it to the bottom line is still anyone's guess. The long bet. If Anthropic's debut goes well, expect a lot more AI tickers to follow. If it stumbles, though, this summer's IPO gold rush could cool quickly. Together with ButcherBox, get a better grill on with ButcherBox. Great summer BBQ starts before your meat hits the grill. It starts with the meat itself. The higher the quality, the better the bite. So, ButcherBox makes it easy by delivering high quality meat straight to your door. Here's what you get in every box: meat and seafood sourced from farms and fisheries that meet high standards, so you can feel confident you're getting quality every time. 100% grass fed beef, wild caught seafood, and protein raised with no added hormones or antibiotics. Free delivery, so more of your hard earned money goes toward premium protein and the convenience of having it delivered right to your doorstep. Whether you're cooking for the family, making a quick solo dinner, or stocking your freezer, ButcherBox helps make every summer meal one to remember. Use code FUTUREPARTY for $60 off across your first 3 boxes, plus free protein for a year. Networking. By the campfire, summer is officially underway, and at some of America's priciest sleepaway camps, the counselor job now comes with a networking opportunity attached, according to Bloomberg. At camps that can run $15,000 for 7 weeks, the lake now comes with a resume line. The Cell. With roughly 5,500 overnight camps competing for families, the elite ones are repackaging the great outdoors as a career accelerator. Most counselors are former campers, so the pitch is simple: come back to staff the place, leave with a network. Around the campfire, the pitch is no longer just fresh air and friendship, it's career development with a side of s'mores. Counselors are the high school and college students who keep the camp running day to day. Now, they also receive resume and interview coaching over video calls, while camp staff taps alumni networks to help secure school year internships. It all runs through the lens of career management, says Kim Shire, a recruiter who builds these programs for camps. In some cases, the coaching starts as early as age 15, and the payoff can be real. One former counselor told Bloomberg that her camp handed her a list of every graduate working in hospitality dating back to the 1990s. She worked the list and ultimately landed a job at a major restaurant group. The catch. But here's the awkward part: the same privilege that buys access to the network is often the thing applicants are coached to downplay. Hannah Scarin, an admissions consultant at Ivy Coach, advises students to leave camp off their college applications because summer camps signal privilege. Admissions officers, she says, want to see that you participated in meaningful activities related to your academic passions and goals, not a receipt. Lights out. If a $15,000 summer job can double as an internship, the rest of childhood may not be far behind. Somewhere, a camp is probably already building its first careers page. Together with Money Protect against rising vet costs, with pet insurance, the cost of veterinary care has been rising, with some common surgical procedures costing up to $7,000. Pet insurance can help cover accidents, illnesses, and even routine care, with some plans reimbursing up to 90% of eligible costs. Money.com's best pet insurance list can help you compare affordable coverage options starting at just $10 a month so you can focus on what matters most: your furry friend's well being. Get a personalized pet insurance quote today and see how much you could save on unexpected vet bills. Deep dives. Watch. The Wrap rounds up the TV series poised to define the summer, from highly anticipated newcomers like HBO's Lanterns to the final season of The Bear. Read, Tom's Guide explores how AI is reshaping live event discovery, putting ChatGPT and Claude head to head as ticket scouts. RSVP, Beehive will pull back the curtain on what's next for the content economy at its first ever summer release event, unveiling new tools designed to help creators own their audience. 3% of you voted neutral. It depends on the film in yesterday's poll. How interested are you in film franchises? It's very hard for a franchise to be surprising. More of the same is baked into the whole concept of a franchise. Film first, franchise second, if I even care. Just like a good book, it depends on the characters and storyline. If there are things that still need to be told, then bring on the additional films. I'm a Marvel guy, so I follow all of them religiously. I hope Game of Thrones gets turned into a big screen movie soon. I'm also guessing those fairy smut books will become a major hit. Let's keep the conversation going. Join Poll of the Day so your opinions can shine. Discover how your views line up with your peers, check out cool insights, and have some fun. It's data with personality. Quick Hits Entertainment, Jerome Media. Barry Diller is making an $18 billion play for MGM Resorts, betting that casinos and live experiences will remain some of the most valuable assets in an AI-driven world. ESPN has signed a new 2-year deal with the Women's National Football Conference, deepening its commitment to women's tackle football with continued ESPN2 coverage and increased marketing support. Quinn is tapping into the growing appetite for steamy storytelling, recruiting stars from heated rivalry to build out its library of immersive audio erotica. Technology NVIDIA has unveiled Cosmos 3, an OpenAI world model designed to help robots and autonomous systems better understand the physical world as the company pushes further beyond chips and into AI infrastructure. DuckDuckGo is responding to growing AI fatigue with new tools for its AI-free search experience as more users look beyond Google. Uber and Israeli AI startup Autobrains see Munich as an ideal launchpad for robo-taxis, where dense city streets and high-speed highways can put autonomous driving to the test at scale. Culture. Nearly 40% of Americans admit they've gone on a date just for the free food, a sign that inflation may be reshaping modern romance. Despite higher fuel costs, JetBlue says travel demand remains strong across its network, suggesting consumers are still prioritizing travel. Nucleus Genomics has partnered with the Southern California Reproductive Center, bringing its genetic optimization platform to one of the country's most in-demand fertility clinics as interest in advanced embryo analysis continues to grow. Partnerships, community, podcast, friends. Today's email was written by Nick Comney and Kate Cuniff, edited by Nick Comney. polled and copy edited by Kate Cuniff, published by Darlene Salazar.